Welcome back to our deep dive into the secrets of the text.
So I want you to picture this. Dawn is breaking over this incredibly sacred landscape. Jacob is there all alone, feeling vulnerable after this night of intense cosmic visions, and he's standing in a place he literally calls the gate of heaven. And the light, it's not just rising, it's pouring. We're talking golden, almost intelligent streams of energy flowing down from a source that's hidden way up in the highest heavens, and it's all being channeled through this one specific spot on Earth. The ground beneath him, this structured field of potential, it starts to glow with this intense power, but also with a new kind of disciplined restraint. And Jacob, he's standing right in the middle of it all. He's the bridge between the infinite flowing source above and the finite structured system below. He's not just watching, he is the living conduit. And in that moment, as he connects them, the whole environment just stabilizes. It starts humming with this new, radiant balance. And right then, he makes a vow. A vow that isn't just a promise, it's a declaration of how the entire cosmos is going to work.
He says, "And Yahweh will be my Elohim." Now, on the surface, that sounds like a pretty straightforward pledge of allegiance, right? But the ancient mystics, they saw something so much deeper. They saw a statement of cosmic engineering, a formula for taking two completely different divine forces and unifying them to draw infinite blessing right into the fabric of our world. And that right there, that's the central mystery we're going to unravel today. How can one divine name literally become another? How can YHVH become Elohim? Because look, these are not just two different synonyms for the same thing. Not at all. According to the Kabbalists, they represent two fundamentally different modes of reality, two completely different operating systems for the universe. And Jacob's vow? Well, that's the secret key to bridging them.
Okay, so let's really dive into these two names, because getting this is absolutely critical. They represent the fundamental duality of, well, pretty much everything. They're the two primary poles of all existence. So on one side, you've got YHVH. This is the name that represents Rachamim, which is pure, unbounded mercy. Think of it as the infinite source code of all being. It's raw, limitless potential, totally beyond our concepts of time and space. And then on the other side, you have Elohim. This name is all about din, or judgment. It's about structure, law, order, the finite, defined system of the universe. It's the framework of the reality that we actually experience. The Zoar goes so far as to say that Elohim's influence even extends to the other side, which just shows you how deeply this name is tied to limitation and form.
Okay, so here's the cosmic problem that Jacob is actually solving. If you had a universe running only on the energy of YHVH, just pure raw mercy, it would be total chaos, an overwhelming flood of light with absolutely no container to hold it. The Kabbalists even call it an all-consuming fire. But on the flip side, a universe of only Elohim, just pure structure and judgment, well, that would be a cold, static, and totally lifeless machine. A perfect crystal palace with no one inside. You see the problem? For reality to actually work, to be alive and dynamic, you need both. You need that infinite power from the source, and you need the precise control of the system. The trick is getting them to work together without one annihilating the other.
So how do you do it? How do you connect these two massive forces? Well, this isn't just some abstract philosophical idea. The mystics actually gave us a map, a functional blueprint really for how divine energy flows from the infinite right down into our world.
And this map is the tree of the Sephirot. But I want you to stop thinking of it as just some mystical symbol and start seeing it for what it is, a cosmic circuit diagram. For real. The Sephirot are these 10 distinct stages, or vessels, that take the infinite light of the Creator and step it down, bit by bit, making it more and more defined until it can actually manifest as our physical reality. The classic texts show us that these divine names aren't just labels, they are the Sephirot in action.
So let's trace the circuit. Step 1 is the upper source, the top 3 Sephirot. This is the realm of pure potential, that unbridled mercy we associate with YHVH. Then, step 2, the energy flows into the central conduit. These are the 6 emotive attributes that act like transformers and regulators, balancing the flow. And finally, step 3 is the output layer, Malkut, the kingdom. This is the ordered reality we live in, the domain where the laws of Elohim are expressed. The whole point of the system is to get the power from the source to the system in a stable, harmonious way. Okay, so where does Jacob fit into all this? This is what's so incredible. He isn't just looking at the circuit diagram, he is a fundamental part of the circuit itself.
In Kabbalah, Jacob is the living embodiment of the Sephirah of Tiferet. And Tiferet means beauty or balance.
If you look at a diagram of the Sephirot, where's Tiferet? Bam! Right in the center, on the middle pillar. Its whole job is to take the unbounded loving kindness from the right side and the strict judgment from the left side and synthesize them. The Zohar says Jacob is the one who combines fire and water and makes peace. So his role is to be that central channel, that main trunk line that actively pulls the flow from the upper realms of mercy, balances it perfectly, and then directs it down into the lower domain of judgment and structure. He doesn't just ask for a connection, his very being is the connection.
I know this can get a little abstract, so let's try to make it more tangible. Let's look at this whole act of unification through a few modern analogies. It's the same principle, just seen through a few different lenses.
Okay, for the more technical minds out there, think of this as a massive feat of cosmic engineering. You've got a high-level, infinitely powerful source API. That's YHVH. And then you've got a very constrained, highly regulated execution layer where things actually have to happen. That's Elohim. If you just plugged one directly into the other, you'd get a system crash of cosmic proportions. Jacob, as Tiferet, is the sophisticated middleware. He's the API gateway that safely routes, throttles, and translates the infinite requests from the source into stable, executable commands for the system. He ensures total coherence.
All right, let's try a video game analogy. Imagine a world that's powered by an ancient control grid. These are the laws of nature, the system of Elohim. But the grid is running low on juice, and the world is getting brittle and dim. Way up high, there's this raw, limitless energy source, the wellspring of YHVH, and our hero, Jacob, discovers he's the only one who can act as a living conduit. His whole quest is to plug that limitless source into the control grid. If he messes up, the raw power will shatter the world, but if he succeeds, he floods the system with life-giving energy, stabilizes reality, and brings vibrant, beautiful balance back to the entire world.
Or here's one more. Think of a computer's architecture. YHVH is the raw, fire-breathing power of the core processor. Elohim is the stable operating system that makes everything useful. Jacob, he's the sophisticated cooling system and the power management unit that allows that incredible power to work with precise, flawless control, all without frying the motherboard. So, this is the crucial point, the main takeaway. Jacob's vow isn't just a passive wish, it's the action itself. He is the engineer, throwing the master switch. He's the hero connecting the final conduit. His vow is the single act that completes the entire cosmic circuit. And the symbolism here is it's absolutely beautiful. The Kabbalists associate colors with the Sephirot. Mercy is seen as pure white light. Judgment is a stark, powerful red. So what Jacob is doing, through Tiferet, is channeling that pure white light of YHVH's mercy and masterfully weaving it into the red lattice of Elohim's judgment. And the result isn't gray or pink. It's a completely new, harmonious radiance, a perfect balance that allows the entire system to thrive. And the numbers tell the exact same elegant story. This single act takes two distinct, seemingly opposite forces, mercy and judgment, YHV and Elohim, and transforms them into one single unified reality. This vow is what functionally ties all 10 Sephirot together, making sure there are no breaks in the circuit. The whole system becomes a single, coherent structure of faith, operating as a perfect, integrated whole.
This unification creates what the Kabbalists call the Shema Shalim, the complete name. It's the ultimate expression of divine unity, where an infinite source perfectly empowers a finite system, creating a reality infused with both limitless mercy and perfect order. Jacob's vow, you see, it wasn't just for him. It was a formula for the cosmos. Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.